Hi, I'm Linda. I'm a cafe owner in Galway. My business is called Brazco Coffee Academy, and we do a lot of baking. We make a lot of coffee.
And they use calculators.
We have an inbuilt calculator in our till. We use calculators sometimes.
Yeah.
But we use maths a lot.
We have
every day.
We have a calculator here.
This is our new toy.
It's my new toy because I say it a lot.
So I use maths for measuring recipes, measuring brew ratios for coffee, counting people's change. Who are you? Who are you?
Fiadh, and I'm from Bushy School, and we do maths, but in maths books. And
do you use calculators at school?
No, I'm too young.
Well, you can learn to use a calculator today because it's Mom's rules. This is Mom's homeschool.
Yes. Because of the coronavirus.
Do you miss school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my maths.
How is Mom doing? How is Mom's school? Okay. Not like real school.
Mommy is supposed to go to college, but she's not going to.
We're going to make our own college here.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to do today? We're going to show how we use maths.
We're going to show how we use maths, and we're going to make cookies.
We're going to make cookies. Hi. So, here we have the Imperial scales. Fiadh's going to operate. Are you going to be in charge of Imperial?
Yeah.
Here we have a little metric scales. It's just a normal digital scales. It also has Imperial measurements.
And this is my yours.
As this has the metric measurements.
Yeah.
You can measure see the kgs up here?
Yep.
That's your metrics. So you can metrics from your Imperial. With the scales, you have to sort of do a little bit of guesswork because all the numbers are not there. So we better look at our recipe. Elsa, are you going to stay on the table?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's our recipe. We're going to keep it super simple. We're going to make the easiest cookies ever. I need you, Fiadh, to make for me 10 ounces of flour. Here we have our flour. Now we're going to set it to 0, 0, 0. There you go. Measure to 10 ounces, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so 2 little dashes past that 8.
Yeah.
Dump in your flour.
This one?
Yeah, you just keep going until 10 mark. I'm going to do a little pause. When I come back, you're going to be at 10. All good?
Just record.
Are we at 10? Okay, we're at 10. Okay, excellent. Now, I need you to do something for me.
What?
I need you to calculate my measurement because I'm going to measure it in the metric system. So, isn't there a really important thing to remember?
Yeah.
What does 1 ounce equal to in grams?
28.
28 grams. So that's just a rule.
Yeah.
So you can calculate that from this if you really want to go to that effort, but it's a little bit complicated. So it's best to just remember it as a rule that 1 ounce equals 28 grams. So if I need 10 ounces, what do you need to do in the calculator?
You need to do 28.
You need to write 28. Do you want to make a start?
Yeah.
Want to turn it on there at the on button?
It is on.
Oh, it is on. Okay. Try and get a good visual on that. 28 multiplied by 10. Excellent. What does that give me? Equals 280. Okay, that means I need to measure 280. Over here.
You're going to do your one.
I'm going to do my one in my digital scales, which I'm going to turn on here.
It's actually fun.
It's kind of hard to see, so I'm just going to measure that out and come.
Do this.
So let's do this. Okay, so we're back. We both got exactly the same measurement of flour.
Yeah, and now we're going to do margarine.
We're going to do margarine next, but first we have to put our flour in.
Yeah.
So Fiadh has 10 ounces of flour.
10 ounces.
I have 280 grams of flour, which Fiadh calculated for me, and that's exactly the same measurement.
Yeah.
So, will we chuck it in our big bowl? big bowl. You have your big bowl.
Oh.
There.
Oh.
Want to put it in?
Yes?
Yeah, let's throw that all in your bowl.
Yes.
That's my one in. You ready? Oh. Okay, so we may not have time to include each ingredient individually, but the important thing to remember, if you want to do this at home, is that 1 ounce is equal to 28 grams. If you want to be really technical, it's 28.35, but we're going to go with 28. So if you want to get your recipe in grams, you take your ounce measurement, multiply it by 28, and that's going to give you your measurement in grams. So here we have the recipe adapted to grams. We also decided to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. That's sort of optional, but advised, just to give it a little bit more sweetness. And Fiadh has given us a nice love heart up here and done a little bit of colouring, which is lovely. Okay, so at this point, we're going to start mixing.
And we're going to mix up our
So we just have
coffee syrup, our sugar, our different kind of butter, and our flour.
Yes. So it was vanilla essence.
Yeah, vanilla.
It's better to go with than vanilla coffee syrup. So we're gonna mix with our little handheld mixers. We've already started a little bit. Fiadh decided she'd stand up because it's really not nice to get flour in your eyes.
No.
So we're gonna do it from up here.
Yeah.
So let's go. This is gonna be a little bit loud. So you wanna mix it up until it becomes kind of soft. Fiadh said it looked kind of like Rice Krispies or Crunchy Nut Clusters, but it's kind of soft. And at this point, we want to measure out the chocolate chips. So we've left the bowl to one side and we're back to our weighing scales.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have our chocolate chips in our bowl with our mix, and we're just going to mix that up, ideally with a wooden spoon, but we just have normal dessert spoons because I'm not very organized.
We don't have
wooden spoons. So we're just going to mix that up with a normal spoon. So this you might find interesting. Fiadh's going to do her cookies by just sort of grabbing handfuls and shaping them into cookies, which is a really cool way to do it, especially for kids.
But can I shape it into a different shape?
Sure, but it might not stay because they sort of drop a little bit when they're baking, but you can if you want to, it might hold. And the way I'm doing it is I've kind of rolled it into a dough, which you can then wrap in some cling film, just some plastic wrap, and put it in the fridge for like an hour, and then it's going to make really nice cookies. Or you can roll it and cut it with a knife, like just put it on the counter. Put my bowl away.
I'm making a circle.
Yeah, so you can roll it out like this and to the size cookie that you want, and cut, and lay them on your tray that way.
And when you're doing it the kids' way, it might not stay when it's baking, but if you want, you can make it into like circles, or if you have like little stamp things, you can make it into squares.
Which is so much fun. It's like Play-Doh.
Love hearts or stars or anything like that.
Yeah, so that's a super fun way for
kids. Right now I'm making a circle.
Yeah, it's like a little ball. And it's nice when they're on the tray to just sort of, if you have a fork, to just pat them down. I need to get some cutlery. Okay, so we got about 8 cookies each, and they're going to be pretty big cookies.
And all together there's
16. Wow, they are giants. We forgot to time them.
Why?
But you know what? You can kind of just see.
They're giants?
When they go this beautiful golden color.
Oh my god!
It's pretty much nearly time to take them out.
I'm having that one.
So depending on your oven, you might want to move them around a little bit to turn the tray.
Okay, but I'm gonna have that one.
Oh, it's a giant!
They're all giants!
Wow, they look so good.
This is the best day of my life.
Okay, I think we could probably take these bad boys out.